everyone. That was my son's cover band during happier times when a musician could actually get a gig. All of us have been invited to share a short video for the Moving Stories project, so I thought I'd contribute my 5 cents worth. Whoever came up with the idea was very clever. Is the title Moving about motion, or is it about emotion, or could it be both? Because everything was moving along so nicely, and then, well, I don't expect my video to move you emotionally. I'm just having fun. The challenge from Melissa and Emily seems simple enough. What has changed you? What is the same? What have you struggled with? What are the silver linings? So, pros and cons, happy and sad. These guidelines require some self-examination, and that's the hard part. But my mom used to tuck me into bed with a hymn. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. For starters, one blessing is living in Vancouver. That's where I live, up on the 17th floor, together with Edna. Remember paying tribute to our frontline care workers each evening? What happened? We should be banging pots louder than ever. That's me behind the mask. A few things make me sad. My dad passed away last June for reasons unrelated to the virus, but we were not permitted to visit him during his final days.
Darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me.
Another sadness is what has happened with our business, Cypress Choral Music. Everything was humming along so well, and then
it is going to be challenging because we know there are some things like singing. Singing in a group can be a very dangerous thing.
Choirs that don't rehearse together do not purchase new choral music, nor do they commission struggling composers. I'm privileged to work with over 200 Canadian composers, and it's been a desperate time for all of us. Some of my colleague publishing companies have just gone out of business. I started singing as a child. That's me in the first soprano section. Now I get to sing low bass beside Gerald and Derek. I miss singing with my comrades in the Vancouver Cantata Singers under the amazing leadership of Paula. There are so many beautiful people in the choir. I really miss making recordings with the Cypress Studio Singers. Okay, those were several COVID negatives. I have a dog and his name is Bodie. Bet you $5 he can sing a melody. Bodie gets me out of our house 3 times a day. He's so smart. Watch Bodie dry himself off after a bath. Now watch his drying technique here. He doesn't get along so well with my sister-in-law's cat, which can jump from the floor to above the kitchen cabinets in one leap. Being safe at home with Edna has been great. I saw her walking across a parking lot in 1971. Long story short, we've been companions for 50 years. February 2020 was so fantastic. Requiem for Peace was presented by the Ukraine Philharmonic and Chorus. Then we took the entire family to the Cayman Islands for 10 days. We returned home just in time to catch a flight to the ACDA convention in Spokane. Cypress Choral Music was helping to sponsor the Kronos Vocal Ensemble from Edmonton. Note this photo. Where is the audience? It turned out that they had to cut the festival short because of COVID. And we were lucky to cross back into Canada. And then we went straight into 14 days of quarantine. It's really wonderful to have the family living close by, but such a struggle and a heartbreak that we cannot visit properly. Julia and Mike have a cabin up on Cypress Mountain. It seems that they're up there every weekend. The grandkids send videos, and you guessed it, they love to dance. I love this episode. That's my daughter, Laura, keeping Aria entertained. Laura is a professional photographer. Jason and Marianne got married at Holy Rosary last October. And now another Nickel will be born in September. He was so proud to have his 3 boys as his best men. Yikes, the whole Nickel family adds up to about 75 cents. Our oldest grandson, Atsuya, is a sous chef at Earl's and a youth leader at church. Cypress has used this year of downtime to build a new website from scratch. We bought the struggling Kelman Hall Publishing in November, acquiring 120 pieces and getting to know 30 new composers. Submissions keep coming in every week from composers who are looking for something to do. And I was so happy to receive entries from Stephen Chapman, John Washburn, and Iman Dramic. Why would you keep publishing music when choirs are in hibernation, you ask? Well, for the same reason all Vancouver Cantata Singers should embrace. We see a huge wave coming, a resurgence, hope for the future, lots of joyful singing, and we are getting ready for that day. Thanks for listening to Grandpa Nickel.